Hi, this is Dr. Steve Vargo, and this is episode 16 of Can I Ask You One Question, where we dive into the minds of industry experts and thought leaders and try to learn one key thing from them that we can apply to our professional lives and maybe even our personal lives. And I have with me here Dr. Stephen Shaw. And Stephen is an IDOC member who owns a four-doctor practice in the state of Florida. And I've invited Dr. Shaw on because he's doing something that a lot of ODs are thinking about, but not quite sure how to successfully pull it off. And that's drop insurance plans. So Stephen, I'm going to cut right to the chase here. In your experience, how can an OD successfully drop insurance plans?
Okay, so a couple of things for us. One was just kind of looking at our current situation to see if it made sense. Obviously, if we have lots of holes in our schedule, we're not really booking out, we kind of want to keep our chair full. So in that situation, really wouldn't be the best time, but we were booking out a few weeks, we were getting busy. And obviously when you drop a vision insurance, you're going to lose some patients, and is this a good time or not? So for us, it seemed like a good time to do it, so we did. We kind of looked at the different vision plans we did take, and we don't take very many, not very many. We don't take very many. So we kind of looked at the one that was the least profitable to us, that we really were having a lot of issues
You
with.
also weren't taking very money either, I take from
Yeah, you're
that
right.
slip, which is part of the problem.
Exactly. So we kind of looked at the ones that were least profitable that we didn't like working with. And what we started to do, it wasn't a decision we took lightly. We did a lot of research. We worked with Anagram, kind of looking at the out-of-network benefits, and we just started running the numbers, looking at patients and trends, and seeing how much more are patients going to pay if they stay with us, as opposed to leave and using the network provider. And I found an interesting trend while doing this. It seemed like the patients that were willing to purchase more higher end products, that were spending more money, it's almost like the vision plan became more of a discount plan. And when I was running the numbers, we had patients that would actually save money going with us out of network, which blew my mind. But then you also have the patients that are, I just want what's covered. They have a large family. And in those cases, it does become more expensive. So we did expect to lose some patients, but when we did the numbers, it seemed to make sense for us to do it. Another key point is, before you do it, make sure your staff, at least the way I am, I made sure my staff knew exactly why we were doing it, the problems we were having. And we wanted everyone prepared with how to handle questions from patients, because we knew we'd start getting them. I made sure that everyone was very comfortable. We have about 30 staff members, and I would sit one-on-one with them and asking them questions that a patient may ask. When we were ready, we of course found out when our termination date was with the vision plan that we first dropped. Went ahead and sent out a letter notifying all of our patients that have that plan what we were doing and why it would be beneficial to stay with us. Within about 3 days, the phone calls came in, and surprisingly, I almost feel like 80-90% of the patients are sticking with us. So now we're making more money. We're not tied by the formularies that the vision plan offers us. A quicker turnaround time. We're able to use our lab, our in-house lab. And it's really been a very positive experience for us. So if it makes sense, it's very gratifying in the end when things work out.
That's great. And it's, what I tend to see when this conversation comes up is there tends to be an emotional component to it and a logical component. And I think sometimes the discussion gets weighted more toward the emotional side, but you really have to have a strategy if you want to do this successfully. And that's why I asked you on. And, what I'm hearing are some things like the preparation that went into it, the communication with the patients, the strategy, making sure that the staff was up to date and knew how to talk to the patients about this. So going into it more intentionally than just, I'm going to drop insurance plans and then expecting everything to be okay. And the 80 to 90% really speaks well to you, because I always say that you have to have a patient loyalty to I think, to pull this off. And you mentioned Anagram, and I actually spoke with them, and that was one of the key things they said is one of the key components to this is having a high level of patient loyalty, that they're going to come back to you. And if they leave, they're going to come back to you.
Yeah. Yeah. And, like I said, so far it's been good. I'm a very analytical person. I was very, very, very nervous doing this. It's almost like, you're going to lose patience and you're going to lose money along with it. But I'll tell you what, once you do it and you see the feedback and you see that patient loyalty, it's great. And it's opened the door to us, for other things as well. There are vision plans we never took, and we're able to file out of network with. Now that we're handling just one situation so well, our staff starting to schedule appointments for patients that have different insurance that we're out of network for, and we're using the same way, and we're capturing now those patients. And once that first domino falls, it's like, gosh, who am I going to drop next? So, it's working out.
Well, congratulations on your success, and I'm glad it's working out for you. And it's always reassuring to hear these things from doctors that are actually executing on these things. So thanks again, Dr. Shaw. Thank you. And thanks for listening. You can find the show notes for all episodes for this one and all episodes at drstevevargo.com. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.